Hello everybody, it's Cindy. I wasn't sure if I was going to actually film this video this month. I've had a lot of personal hardships come up this month. Before I get into all of that, I mean, if you're here, we are going to open up my Boxy Premium and my base box. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody is staying safe. I hope everybody is practicing good social distancing. If you can't because you have an essential job and you have to be out there, I hope you're protecting yourself. So I almost, and we're gonna test, put this new mascara to the test, I guess. Without going into too much detail, I lost my father to the coronavirus about 2 weeks ago. I was debating about whether I would even film this month or not. I mean, prior to this, I was looking forward to my April videos because it'll mark a year of me filming. I mean, just even putting myself out there on YouTube. And that was an important mile marker for me because I don't know if I've ever really stuck with a hobby long enough. It's been really hard. It doesn't feel right for me to be filming this, given that. But at the same time, I was proud of myself making this year anniversary, this year landmark. And, you know, I wanted to do something for me. I mean, I've barely been putting on makeup over the last month. Everything just seems so stupid. I feel like my last video I complained a lot and it just seems so stupid in the grand scheme of things. So I also, you know, just thought of the whole opening process and everything as just being so unimportant. But I guess that's kind of why we watch stuff like this. We're excited to see what other people got, and we're excited to see their reactions to it, whether it's good or bad. Maybe have a laugh. So anyway, I guess what I'm trying to say is that, you know, I need a break. You all probably definitely need a break. Thank you so much for tuning in. Especially if you've been tuning in since the beginning, I really appreciate it. But without going too much in detail in the personal events, that's what's going on. So if I seem a little bit down in my videos, if I seem a little less peppy than normal, if I seem a little less funny, that's why. I have already opened these items. I do have my Boxy Premium and I have my base box. I never got around to posting my last month's Boxy Premium. If everybody's interested in that, why don't you leave like a, I don't know, a star emoji or something if you really want to see it. I know it's a month late. So you may not be interested in seeing it, but if you are, just leave a star emoji. I'm just curious. So I guess we'll kind of do a little bit of a battle of the boxes here, but I'm going to run through each one of these products. I don't want to talk too much about it. I did do a try on of everything. I was able to do a full face here. And without further ado, let's move on. I'm going to go to Premium first. Now, frustrating part about my Boxy Premium this month. I did not receive the internal card saying the prices of everything and the theme. Now I know it's got to be Boxy Festival or Festival Vibes, something like that. But I did get my Boxy Premium first. Got an advert for a makeup eraser, even though I didn't even receive a makeup eraser in my premiums. I have gone ahead and looked up the prices ahead of time. And I will probably be flashing that down below. Starting up, I already have it in my hand here. We have the Opulent Beauty brushes. By the bag and the look of the brushes, I'm not so certain that I would use the word opulent to describe them, but they are pretty soft. There's a clear handle to it. And of course the ferrule, there's nothing much to write home about on these, and I had a hard time. I mean, it's clearly a filler product. I like brushes, so I won't, you know, turn my nose up at it. But for a premium box, I kind of expect something to be a little bit nicer, but don't want to sound like I'm complaining too much again. So, all right. So the next thing in my box is the Wonder Beauty Mile High Club mascara. At first, I kind of rolled my eyes at this. I decided to go ahead and try it anyway, just because I found some reviews online about it, and there were a lot of people that actually seemed to like it. And I was, you know, of course, you know how I feel about non-waterproof mascara. I constantly have a watery eye, and I like my mascaras to stay put. And that's one thing that a lot of the reviews online seem to say about this, in that they said it really stayed put. So I thought, okay, sure, why not? We'll try it. The next product that I received in my box was the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector Luminous Blush in Camellia, I think. Camellia? I don't know. Sorry. It's a beautiful, pretty, like, pink. I don't know what you would call that pink, what kind of color you would call that. Maybe a bubblegum pink? I don't know if that's really a bubblegum pink, but it's very pretty. I'm going to get up on here if I can. But you can see my scaly hand. But it's very pretty. It's a very pretty shade. This was a lot smaller than I expected it to be, because I recently got a highlighter from Becca, and the highlighter is, I mean, it's not like that much bigger than this, but it's, you know, it's a little bit larger in size. So I'd just be curious if anybody else has gotten a blush from Becca, and if theirs has been this tiny. Be interested in knowing. Next, I received the Juice Beauty Phytopigments Liquid Lip in the shade Drew. And it's like this beautiful coral color. Again, it's on my lips currently. I don't feel like this is so much of a, it's just kind of a nice wash of color here, but I don't feel like this is so much of a lipstick, as it feels almost more like a gloss. It doesn't really seem to last very long to me. I have not worn it that often. Actually, as I'm talking here, I'd be curious. Yeah, some of it has really kind of come off, and I am getting that, ew. I am getting that gross inner ridge. I'm kind of getting that here. When I try to exfoliate, I don't know if I'm going to really like this lip product. There's a gross residue in my inner lip region. You know what I mean? That little gross line of congealed lip product that you get with certain glosses, and that's just how I feel about this. So it's a really pretty color, though. I'm glad that I didn't get a deep burgundy. So moving on, I also received the Lavido Age Away Replenishing Cream. It says it's for dry, mature skin. I think this is a filler product, but it did seem to have, you know, I think this might have actually had the highest value in the box. This is what it looks like. I'm excited to actually try this. It says it's for dry, mature skin. I don't know if I have mature skin or not. I don't know at what point in time somebody's skin becomes mature, but I would be curious to know. But I mean, I am over the age of 35, so I guess, you know, in Hollywood, that means washed up. Washed up old lady. And finally, I received the Farmacy Honey Potion Renewing Antioxidant Hydration Mask. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I was kind of hoping that I'd get one of the eyeshadow palettes. I have a lot of skincare right now, and then again, I have a lot of eyeshadow palettes too. I have not actually opened this yet to see what it looks like. So, and she does not want to open. Well, that was, that could have been more graceful. Looks like we've got this. Oh, that's cool. Okay, that's kind of cool. It comes with a little metal spatula, so I guess you can scoop it out. And the top of the lid must be magnetic. This is the Farmacy Honey Potion Renewing Mask. I probably will get more use out of this, but I really wanted to try one of those eyeshadow palettes. I was leaning more towards either the Manny MUA or Life's a Drag, Lunar Beauty Life's a Drag palette, or the Barbie, Pure Barbie palette. And I'll tell you why, because I already have the Pure Barbie lipstick, so it'd be nice to have like a collection or a set. I'm gonna go ahead and throw up what the total of my box came to. I paid $35 for the box. In theory, I received my value, or the stated value that they had. We'll talk about my thoughts and feelings on that. Now to our base box. Okay. So the theme for the month is festival vibes. I'm assuming that everything this month going to be vibes related? Because I think, didn't we have a vibes related theme last month? I don't recall, in the one before that. So this is also very similar. I mean, we had Boxycharm last April. So, I mean, I guess I'm just assuming that from now on, we're just going to talk about festivals in the month of April. Makes sense. I get it. That's when a lot of music festivals, or the big music festivals, usually go on, although it might be a while before we have any of those again. But so here is the card. There's some ads in here. I'll just go ahead and grab this out. I got the Lavish 5-piece neon eye brush collection. Another situation where we're putting names on these things that I'm not sure that they're deserving of. Because again, I feel like these brushes are anything but lavish. I don't know. They just they're very cheap feeling to me, and they're okay. I like brushes. I'm glad whenever I get brushes. It's not like they're not the worst brushes I've ever felt, but you know, they're definitely not up there in the best category either. So pretty colors. So the retail value of the Lavish 5-piece neon eye brush collection is $29.99. All right, moving on. I received the Professional. That always like gets to me. I received the Professional Hydrate Primer. I do have very dry skins. I marked so on my beauty quiz, or whatever you call it, my preferences on the site. So I did get the appropriate primer for me. I have a whole bunch of primers, but it'll be nice to try this one because I don't think I've ever tried the Benefit Professional. I know that it makes the rounds in the beauty boxes, though. The Professional Hydrate Primer retails for $32. Moving on. I have these on currently. And I'm not great at it, so that's why you're probably seeing edges sticking up. It's, you know, it's very comical trying to see me put on lashes, and when I do, I don't know, it feels weird to me. I can feel my lashes hitting like right below my brow, or right on my brow bone. It's just a very weird feeling to me, but I'm guessing looks good on camera. I don't know. I mean, I can tell that this one is like wonky, so, you know, try not to look too closely at it, or, you know, hopefully it's giving you a good laugh right now. But I always feel like, you know, they've got a cobra look on the box here, but I always feel like I've got like tarantulas on my eyes whenever I wear lashes. So, but I thought, wait, what the heck? We'll put them on tonight. So this is the Baddington Lashes Harlow 3D Silk Lash with mini glue. So that is the one nice thing about this, is I have received Baddington lashes in the past, and they did not come with glue. Not a big deal. I mean, you can go out and pick some up pretty easily, but it's nice to have it in here so we don't have to worry about that. The Baddington Lashes with glue retail for $31. I did get I think everybody probably got this style, but you open it up. That is the one nice thing about this. This is a nice little box, and it comes with a nice little holder on the inside. I found these lashes to be fairly stiff, though, when I had them in the past. So, and it is cute because there's, you know, you open it up. You have this cute little logo here. You open it up, and it says, you know, if all else fails, bat your lashes. This is in the style Harlow. I don't know if there's any other styles out there. I think the ones that I got like a few years back, and I think we're talking like 2 years ago now. I think I got like Marilyn or Monroe or something like that. They were very, very, very dramatic. These are dramatic. I think any kind of lash is dramatic, but I don't think these are as dramatic as the previous set that I got. Retails for $31. We have the iconic London Illuminator drops. I'm not the biggest liquid highlighter person, but I'm actually not minding this. Again, I have it on. I almost didn't open this, but you know, I thought, hey, why not? We'll try it. It's a very flattering shade and a flattering color, and I imagine would be flattering for many skin types. I mean, I could be wrong. But it is nice in that it doesn't seem to have like a whole bunch of like glitter in it. It's just kind of like metallic and pearly. And so I think that lends to more of like a more natural glow. So I actually don't mind these. The iconic London Illuminator drops retail for $41. I don't know if I would pay $41 for this, but okay. And we'll see if I actually reach for it again. Hopefully I will. Maybe I will even use it in my foundations that I feel like might be a little too matte and might help give me a little bit more dewy glow, which I actually like. And last is I received the Zoeva eyeshadow palette. This was my choice. I have never tried Zoeva before. I got the Blanc Fusion. I'm assuming it's Blanc. Could be blank. I don't know. American pronunciation. I'm going to call it the Blanc Fusion palette. And this is the most basic of basic palettes as you can get. There is no mirror in these, which I'm sure cuts down on their cost. There was like a insert, but it's very, very basic. Not a whole lot of variation here. Very, very nude palette. And of course I'm wearing it on my eyes currently. I guess if I'm basing my experience with Zoeva off of this, I'm not too impressed. We'll just say that. The Zoeva eyeshadow palette offers a range of highly pigmented and easy to blend eyeshadow shades in tempting hues. Formulation of the eyeshadows is enriched with vitamin E. Oh, that's new. I don't know if most eyeshadows are or not, but that's interesting. Never really seen an eyeshadow advertise that before. The Zoeva eyeshadow palette retails for $28. So the total value of my Boxycharm came to $159.99. I, of course, paid $25 for it plus tax. Yeah, I've been having issues. I haven't really been liking a whole lot that I've been sent. And I don't know if I'm just like suffering from product overload or if Boxy is just not sending out great stuff. I'm actually surprised that they're still sending out anything at all. Although if you think about it, they probably got everything, you know, months ahead of time before this whole mess blew up. So they probably have a whole bunch of stuff in storage and boxes ready to go, ready to be packed, ready to go. You know, but we might see more of an issue with them shipping or with them having enough items or selling out of boxes, maybe more down the line, like in a few months, like 3 or 4 months from now. So any kind of shipping issues in getting something from China or whatever probably isn't hit. Most of the products that we got today, I think were either made in, a lot of them were made in the US. Hi everybody, I'm back. My phone ran out of battery, so we're filming this on another day. So, well, I guess I think I had gotten through most of everything. Once again, I don't have a variation because I did not get a card for my Boxy Premium. I'm going to be honest, I'm not really impressed with either one of my boxes this month. This is a complete and total miss for me. The Zoeva palette, I've had a chance to use it a few times now, and I just don't find the shadows to be that great of quality. I do have them on my eyes currently, but yeah, not my favorite. And honestly, for $28, I expect a little bit more than this. In my opinion, like I can get either about the same quality or maybe even a little bit better from some drugstore brands. So I'm not really impressed with the shimmers. The mattes are okay. And I guess it blends. It's just I'm not seeing a whole lot of pigmentation there, in my opinion. But then again, I did get the basic white girl palette. I've tried wearing lashes. You see me wearing it earlier in the video. Here's what they look like off. But these are just so hard to wear, in my opinion. And I'm already not a lash wearer, but like the band is very hard on it. And I even did try to put it on for today. And it just stabbed my eye to the point where my eyes were watering. And I actually don't have the mascara in here right now, but the Wander mascara actually held out pretty well. The only thing that I have noticed is when it does get wet, it doesn't really like necessarily drip off. You just have like little strings because I think it's a tubing mascara, but I'm actually kind of impressed with that and I don't mind it. That does get me excited because I did actually, for once, I liked something from Wander, so that's surprising to me. I'm not wearing the Phytopigments today because I have just found this is not good, in my opinion. It's definitely not worth the $24 or $26 or whatever. I love the color. It's cute, but it gets all congealed and gross like a bad lip gloss. And it's just not cute. And it doesn't stay on long. It's just very much a wash of color. And quite frankly, if this is the best that Juice Beauty has to offer, I'm not sure if I'm that excited about trying other Juice Beauty products. But this is a cosmetics item. I think I've mainly heard of them for their skincare products. So I am going to also take that in stride. This little baby is probably the shining jewel of the premium box for me. And this packs a little bit more punch than you would expect. I mean, I thought this was going to be very light and maybe possibly sheer, and you have to really watch out how much you put on your brush with this because I did have to blend it out quite a bit today. Or else, you know, risk looking like Bozo the Clown. Primer, I'm interested in trying. It smells good. It seems a little bit pricey for $32, but I'm not a big liquid highlighter fan, but I'm actually intrigued by this, and I actually enjoy this quite a bit, just because it's not glittery, it's more metallic and pearl, and I feel like it gives more of like you could still get a bam highlight out of it, but it's also like more glowy and natural. So I'm actually quite surprised at how much I've been enjoying using this. So the Opulent brushes are very soft, but the eye brushes I am not a fan of. I don't think they work well. I think they're a little too flimsy. They're just not made that well. These are okay. It's just that they're in like brush forms that I don't use very much, except for maybe this little highlighting brush here. So I feel like Boxycharm has kind of been missing the mark for me lately. I also want to kind of give them a break. They are trying to deal with, you know, I was surprised that they even sent out boxes. Like I was expecting their operations to be like totally sidelined because I don't think boxing makeup and putting out subscription boxes is an essential service. So I'm fully expecting things to get held up in the future. And I really was hoping for one of the eyeshadow palettes, and I tried this. It's okay. I don't know if I really noticed anything different about it. I'll have to keep trying it. I do like the way that the spatula sticks to the lid and is magnetically held there so that you don't lose it. So that's impressive. But, you know, we have a lot of filler products. And when you think of a premium box, you don't think of a lot of filler products. But I'm so upset that I didn't get one of the eyeshadow palettes. And I've noticed that a lot of people have not gotten eyeshadow palettes. So it makes me wonder if they really didn't have them in stock when they leaked the previews, or they don't have very many in stock, and that's why they have this, because this is made in the US, so maybe it was easier for them to get a whole lot of these and be able to send them out, because I have noticed a lot of people on opening their boxes do not have eyeshadow palettes, and a lot of people are disappointed by that. Let me know how you feel, you know, and did you get a box similar to mine? Would you have been happy to get what I got? Just let me know in the comments below. I think I'm going to go ahead and give premium maybe 1 or 2 more months, but if they're still not stepping it up, yeah, it's going to be adios, amigo. I also want to remind everybody to take this seriously. I think most people are taking it seriously because I have firsthand experience of how tough this is and how tough this virus is to beat, even for people who have mild cases. So just take care of yourself. Wash your hands, wear a mask in public, make sure you wash and sanitize frequently used surfaces, and appreciate your family and appreciate your friends while they're here, because tomorrow's not promised. I'm also going to leave some links down below of helpful information, links to the CDC's information on the virus. I'm also going to take a page from Hannah, aka Smoky Glow's book, and yes, I'm also going to leave a link where you can register to vote. And if you check that out, I would also encourage you to look up whatever your voting requirements are. Do you have to vote with an ID? If your state allows you to vote by mail or vote absentee, I would absolutely advocate for that given this year, and make sure that you have plenty of time ahead of your election to get that paper ballot in. With that, stay safe. Be kind, be brave, be strong, and have a great day, evening, weekend, whenever you're watching this. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye.